And for everybody who's listening, Gail, how old are you?
I'm 53.
So 53 years of age, and Gail's been going through different surgeries, different specialists, different things. Have been told that there's all these different things that she can't have. So medically, this is not only a menopausal symptom, but menopause definitely aggravated it, right? So when you have menopause, you have increased heat. So you had like the esophagus that was burning and all the digestive juices and enzymes and things like that. Soon as you change that and basically got rid of that, and then the liver is also where we go through all of our hormones, right? Where we are digesting, because you actually took the pathway of going onto HRT, right?
Yeah, my condition was so extreme that I actually couldn't function day to day and even work.
So
I
tell
was
me
having,
a bit about that, because I think there's a lot of people who are coming into menopause or have got menopause. Now, for you, before you even met us, you went on HRT, right?
yeah, I did, and I couldn't get it off a normal doctor. I had to, because I was quite young when it happened. I was 40. I was 45 when I first got the symptoms, and by 48, I had full blown symptoms at extreme level.
And what was that symptoms like? What is full?
I had, well, this first all started with the night sweats and then insomnia. I mean, the insomnia was so bad. I was only could sleep about 3 hours a night, and it was really impacting my health.
Mm.
The worst thing was the hot flushes. I was getting about 5 or 6 an hour.
Mm.
And I work in corporate world, and I'm actually holding meetings and talking as I'm feeling this rush of heat coming through my body together with anxiety. There was anxiety with it. So my anxiety was going through the roof,
Mm.
to the point where I couldn't catch my breath to each can finish my sentence. And it was just to the point where it was impacting my ability to work. At the time, I also had teenage kids as well, so that doesn't help with the anxiety at the
Another
time.
level on there when that.
Yeah, so your kids, menopause and teenage kids don't go very well together. So
But that's when women are having menopause, right?
yeah,
It's like,
and
what did God think, right? Like,
and on top of that, I have a mother who got diagnosed with Alzheimer's as well. So I was having it from all angles, and
yeah.
so it was not a good time. And I just went, I cannot go on. I tried all the, there's some herbal stuff that I'd found on the internet, and even nothing was working. And I said, I have to do this straight away. And
And so
I
when you started taking it, because you were still on it and you were still in all of this pain and suffering when we very first met you, right? So you were taking hormones. It took a little bit of the edge off, but you were still
yeah,
getting all of those things. Tell us
it
about.
still had, so the main thing was the hot flushes stopped, which
Mm.
was enabled with the HRT, enabled me to at least function.
Mhm.
But when I met you, I had the insomnia still,
Mm.
anxiety,
Mm.
weight, just couldn't lose weight. It was just whatever I did, no matter how much exercise, how little I ate, just wasn't coming off. And water, my body was always bloated with water retention as well. Yeah.
And I think
So,
the other big one was that you couldn't focus. There was.
oh no, brain fog.
Mm.
Yeah, that was a big one, the brain fog.
So
I've
inside of
actually really
that,
nice to have sharp brain now to actually be able to, especially in work.
so inside of that, like, in Gail's case, her menopause came early at 45, 40, 45. So she didn't know us at that point. She took medication, got rid of the hot flashes, but she still had all the other things going on, right? So, and I think the other thing that is really important here, Gail, is for many, many people to understand is when you are taking something, and if it is not metabolizing and not working, then you don't actually get the result. And then you had like this whole bucket of other symptoms. And, when we talk about menopause and kids and teenagers, and I said, like, what was God thinking? Well, menopause is not supposed to be like horrible, right? Menopause word is what we have made to be horrible. Menopause is a stage of life where a woman is supposed to be basically blossoming and coming into her creative time and her wisdom time. That definitely wasn't happening for you. You're like, oh my God, I can pull my hair out. So
Yeah.
tell us now where you're at now. I mean, we've done for you, you've been on our 12-month journey, but inside of that, you had a really, really big result in 28 days. So tell us a little bit about that as we sort of wrap it up here, and then where you are now, and then what is still like, I know there's still a few little things left that we got to do, but this is
Yeah.
such a journey for you, but you got now a lot of control of yourself. So just give us that little summary for us.
Well, firstly, I have beautiful sleeps every night. That's I wake up feeling. I feel like a lot younger from actually having some sleep, because I was actually aging very quickly when the sleep was gone.
Mm.
Um, my weight is stable for the first time in my life. So on top of having really terrible menopause, I had terrible PMS symptoms my whole life, and I was diagnosed with PMDD, which is the extreme version of PMS. So having stable mood, stable weight, feeling safe that I can actually go out to eat and not wake up all bloated and feeling horrible the next
Wow.
day. Not having any reflux, just feeling good in my stomach all the time. Being regular going to the toilet was even a blessing, because with menopause that can cause like constipation and other things as well. So yeah, and my ability to exercise, I spring around the gym like a 20-year-old. I cycle like like I'm an athlete now. My resting heart rate is like 58 to 60,
Wow.
which is amazing. I don't have any aches and pains, and I'm not on any other medication. Whereas my mother at this age used to take a heap of pills. And one of the things I wanted to continue with this is I don't want to end up
Mm.
on a load of medication like my mum is, and I don't want to end up with Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
And so I'm very protective of the things that I'm doing, so my brain stays sharp and I stay healthy with nothing. I've got zero health issues now.
Fantastic. I think one of the things is when you learn your personal path to health, you learn your body type, your constitution, and how to balance that, because menopause is an imbalance. I just, every time I speak to you, I just see like such a beautiful glow and a change and a shift, and how much more you're achieving in your job, and even in your personal relationships and being a mom. You're just so much more relaxed and so much stable. It's so lovely to see. So lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I really appreciate your time. And we really just want to reach out to as many women who are suffering from this, that you don't need to, right? Look at Gail. And in a short period of time, she basically, has got her life back. So thank you, Gail.
Well, thank you, Joe, for helping me get my life back.
Perfect.